You've been praying 5 times a day for decades, and the Quran says prayer stops immorality and wrongdoing. Has your prayer had that effect? Has your life changed? Still struggling with the same problems? If not, then you have to ask yourself, is the prayer you're performing the prayer of the Quran or something else? Here's what the Quran actually says. This is what most people get wrong. The Quran doesn't say prayer is a reset button, which wipes away all your wrongdoing. It says prayer prohibits it. That means it stops you from doing it in the first place. So if your prayers are really from the Quran, wrongdoing should become difficult for you. Not impossible, but noticeably harder. Does it? Or do you walk out and go back to doing what you were doing before? And here's the important part that almost nobody talks about. It says, indeed, prayer prohibits immorality and wrongdoing, and the remembrance of Allah is greater. The remembrance of Allah is greater. What does that actually mean? It means there's a condition. Prayer only works. It only prohibits wrongdoing when you're remembering Allah. Not just saying words, most of us don't even know what they mean. Not just standing there. Not your bowings, not your prostrations. Just going through the motions from muscle memory, but actual remembrance of Allah, actual consciousness. So here's the distinction the Quran is making. There's prayer that works, and what you are doing right now that doesn't. There's Quranic prayer, and there's something else entirely. Prayer isn't in the ritualistic movements. It's in what's happening inside you. The Quran actually warns us about this. About people who are physically present, but their mind drifts somewhere else. Heedless, just going through ritualistic motions. And then there are some. They make it a public spectacle, to be seen, to be thought of as pious. Just performance, no real remembrance. What people call prayer today, the 5-time daily ritual, isn't what the Quran calls Salah. Salah is many things. Consciousness, remembrance, a connection, upholding Quranic values, creating an ideal society. Over the centuries, scholars have relegated this wide-ranging concept into this very narrow and limited ritual. They're not the same thing wearing different clothes. They're 2 completely different things. Here are 5 things the Quran says about Salah. The 5th one will shock you. First, Salah is self-awareness. It's the moment you become aware of your actions, your choices, your impact. The Quran describes those who establish Salah as humble, because consciousness does that to you. It grounds you. Second, Salah is remembrance. It's the awareness that Allah sees everything you do. Every choice matters. Every moment is witnessed. When you're remembering Allah, wrongdoing and immorality becomes harder because you can't pretend nobody's watching. You can't rationalize away your actions. Third, Salah is a connection, not just to Allah, but to values and principles. The Quran ties Salah directly to how you treat people. Those who establish Salah turn away from wrongdoing and immorality. They're active in supporting others. They honor their agreements. They keep their promises. They pay attention to their obligations and loyalties. Fourth, Salah is upholding Quranic values in your life. The Quran describes those who establish Salah as people who walk on earth with calmness. When someone is ignorant toward them, they respond with peace, not anger. They guard their moral boundaries. They don't waste. They don't harm. They don't become arrogant. And here's the most shocking part. Salah is not a selfish ritual meant for cleaning the slate of your sins and starting anew, but rather creating an ideal society. Because Salah doesn't happen in isolation. The Quran pairs it with supporting the needy, the poor, the orphans, the wayfarers. It's about redistributing wealth, stabilizing communities, preventing social inequality. Those who establish Salah become socially responsible. They're generous when they have. They're patient when they don't. So what happens when we lose this understanding? When we reduce Salah to just a mundane ritual? We lose self-oversight. Without the awareness that Allah sees everything, Wrongdoing and immorality doesn't become harder, it becomes easier to rationalize. We put in our 5 minutes of rituals at regulated intervals and then step out and go on about life as usual. It's just like checking a to-do list. We lose connection to values and principles and just make it about the ritual. There is a disconnect. We lose the upholding of Quranic values. Instead of becoming humble, calm, patient, and socially responsible, people become selfish and arrogant. I've done what I needed to do. Now it's my time. They use their prayer as a status symbol. At least I pray. At least I'm religious. Prayer becomes a gauge for piety. And let's be honest, this prayer is mostly about the reset button. Prayer will wipe my slate clean, absolve me of all my sins for today. Majority of the people wouldn't even pray today if they were told you don't get to zero the counter. So we can forget about social responsibility, generosity, support of the poor and needy, creation of a just society. And here is the uncomfortable truth. If this 5 times daily ritual was actually stopping wrongdoing and immorality like the Quran claims, look at the state of Muslim-majority countries in the world today. Look at the crime rates, the corruption, the injustice, the poverty, the violence, the inequality. Does that paint a picture of where immorality and wrongdoing is being prevented? Do they look like communities transformed by Salah? The contradiction is undeniable. So clearly, this 5-time prayer cannot be the Salah mentioned in the Quran because it is not producing the results that the Quran promises us. How many people do you know who pray 5 times a day on the dot and in life have no problem with lying, defrauding people, being dishonest to make a quick buck, cheating, being arrogant, lusting after money? And yet they wear their prayers proudly on their sleeves for everyone to see. And there isn't a conversation you can have where they don't forget to mention it. Oh, sorry, I will be late. I will have to stop for prayers. Oh, sorry, I was praying so I couldn't attend the call. And I am not even going to go into the immorality side of things, but we all know what I am talking about. So the question isn't whether you're praying 5 times a day. The question is whether what you're doing is Salah, because the Quran makes a clear promise. Salah stops wrongdoing and immorality. Salah creates humility, honesty, patience, and social responsibility. Salah transforms individuals and builds just societies. If that's not happening in your life, then you're not doing Salah. You're doing something the traditional orthodoxy invented. A ritual, a habit, a reset button. The choice is yours now. You can continue with the prayer of tradition, or you can seek the Salah of the Quran. But you have to choose consciously, because one transforms you, and the other just makes you feel like you've done enough. Think about it.
If you found this video informative, subscribe for more weekly videos like this. Thank you for watching.